Welcome back to the Law of Happy podcast. I'm your host, Lauren Tatner. I'm an attorney and I teach laughter as an exercise. When we laugh, we feel good and we raise our energy. This allows more good, fun things to flow into our experience. This is the Law of Happy. So let's laugh, have fun, and practice the Law of Happy together. I'm so excited for you to meet today's special guest, Stacey Letovsky. This is a very special and emotional episode for me. I met Stacey in grade 4. I don't like labels, but let's just say that I was a very shy and sensitive kid. I had just switched schools in the middle of grade 4, and meeting and laughing with Stacey was the greatest gift. The laughing Stacey and I did together intuitively as children played a huge role in reducing my anxiety as the new kid in school. It boosted my self-confidence and self-esteem, and it helped me connect with my new classmates. It was surreal to reconnect with Stacey now on my podcast, to laugh together again, and hear about Stacey's inspiring journey as a mom of 5 daughters and the co-owner and operator of Pellatt Cornucopia Gift Baskets. I was especially happy to have this opportunity to thank Stacey for essentially being my first laughter teacher, helping me bring laughter into my life in grade 4, and inspiring me to find my laughter again as an adult. Thank you, Stacey, for being you then and now. I'm inspired by your strength, vulnerability, passion, and kindness. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Stacey. Stacey, welcome. I'm just so excited that you're here. Welcome to the Law of Happy podcast. I'm so honored and excited that you're our special guest today. Thank you so much for being here.
I'm so happy to be here. I'm really, when you reached out, this was just inspiring. Let's go. I'm excited.
Okay, me too. Stacey, you were one of my first friends as a kid. I'm going to get into that. There's so many things flying around in my mind. You're also the co-owner and operator of Cornucopia Gift Baskets. I can't wait to talk to you about your incredible business that you co-own and run. I'm just so inspired by you, but I'm wondering if we can just go back in time for a moment, because I have to just share the extra reason why I'm beyond excited that you're here. It's because when I was in grade 4, I switched elementary schools in the middle of the year. And I was the new kid. And it was very stressful because kids had already gotten to know each other. I was so anxious. I remember coming home initially and crying and being so stressed out because I didn't know who I would eat lunch with. And I would, yes, you were amazing. You were so open and welcoming to me. And I just remember just laughing with you. You had such a warm, welcoming energy, and just you laughed freely, and I just felt so connected to you almost instantly. And it was really through the laughter, I feel that I was able to feel this instant bonding connection with you, and that allowed me to, oh my God, almost took away most of my anxiety.
I have to interrupt you for a second and say that it was not all me. It was you. You were real. Everyone puts on a front and they dress the way that the cool people dress, and they want this and they want that. And you were just real. And I felt like I could be real with you. And we just clicked on our giddy, funny, whatever it was. I was just real with you, and it was easy, like you said. So it was also you. It wasn't just me.
I appreciate you saying that, and I just know from my end, it was just how I felt your warmth and your realness, and it was the connecting with you through the laughter and the laughing. It was just so much fun. It just was a great release, and just boosted my mood. It increased my self-confidence. I felt because of our laughing together, I just felt more confident and comfortable with everyone else in the class and with everyone else in the group because of our laughing together, and because I was able to shift my energy and my focus through my laughter, because we can't change how anyone else is or acts. And now I know, as an adult, I know that everyone's dealing with their own stuff. So I don't believe anyone wants to be hurtful or wants to be mean. I think everyone's dealing with their own issues, and it comes out in different ways. And but still, it's tricky when you're trying to just, I don't want to say
find your way at,
right.
10 years old at the time, 10, 11, 12.
It's only recently now, through I guess Facebook, like through virtually, that we were able to reconnect, which I'm so excited about. That's
I
what is
was
also.
so happy when you called. It just brought back a lot of fun memories, and it just remembered how, like, how how we all started, who we really are. I've changed a lot. Clearly, we've grown up a little bit since then. The business, the family, the kids, the community, but I still am who I am, and I don't think my current group, if you want to call it, knows me like you know me. So I'm happy that you connected, and I want to show that part of me. I want to have fun. Life is not all about stress. So I'm so happy to be a part of this, and I want to learn from you and just continue sharing, and I want to be a part of it.
Oh, I'm so excited because Stacey, it started for me, it started with you. Okay, so I'm going to explain what I mean by this. You and I were sitting at my kitchen table. My mom was preparing supper, maybe, or something. I don't know if you remember this, but we were opposite each other. And we used to do one of our favorite activities, and we would start simulating laughter sounds, keeping eye contact with each other. And we started to just go, ah, and, and we would simulate, like, just like starting to laugh, like just, and then it would grow and grow, and then we would be crying, laughing, and it felt so good. It just was my most favorite activity or exercise. It's game to do. And I just remember, but we were in the kitchen, and like the adults were trying to prepare supper, so I just remember they were happy that we were having fun, but they're like, guys, can you keep it down a bit? Like, it's getting a little loud because it's a confined space. But anyway, they meant, but all this to say, and then I started to realize as we grew up that, okay, it's not always an appropriate time or situation to just be belly laughing like that out loud. And so I started to, I don't want to say suppress my laughter, but it just wasn't, I just made sure it wouldn't flow as freely.
So, okay, that's a good way to put it.
Just because I didn't know, is it appropriate now? Is it, when should I, and who wants to do it? And when should we do it? And so when it was about 2014, and I moved to Toronto, originally from Montreal, but I moved to Toronto, started a new job, which was all exciting, but also stress. Like there was a stressful component to moving and changing jobs. I realized whenever I would laugh, I would feel better. So what I did was I'd heard about laughter yoga, laughing as an exercise, looked into it because I'm like, I need to bring laughter back into my life. And then I discovered this, what is now a worldwide movement started by Dr. Madan Kataria, a medical doctor in India, started laughing as an exercise called laughter yoga, where you do different breathing and laughing exercises just as a form of exercise, because the body, we get so many benefits from laughing, and the body can't distinguish or tell the difference between whether we're laughing spontaneously or whether we're choosing to laugh as an exercise. As long as you're laughing for an extended period of time and a deep belly laugh, which you and I used to do, you're getting the same health benefits, the physiological benefits, the emotional benefits, so many benefits, and you just feel good. And then when I was learning the exercises, I thought, Stacey, I thought about you, and I thought, this is what we did when we were 10 or 11 years old. What I described before, we were doing it at my kitchen table, starting just making the laughter sounds, was the gradient laughter exercise, what they call it in laughter yoga, where you start off gradually, just making the sounds, having it build and flow, and then it just turns into contagious laughter, which is what we did. But we didn't market it back then, but that's fine. I'm glad that it's become known.
But a lot of people, as they grow up, they think that laughing is taboo. If they're in a meeting or a conference, it's very specific. It's all about business or the kids, and they have to grow up in school, and all that is important. Don't get me wrong. But where is the laughter? Like, where is it? When you laugh something so hard, it's like, oh my God, I'm going to pee. Or they laugh, your mascara's running. So what? It's important. And myself included, I don't laugh enough.
You know what? Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, I get what you're saying, and I can relate. Can we do a quick laughter exercise just to feel it and just experience that together again? Because I don't think I've laughed with you like as
you
an
think
exercise.
We should be doing this off camera first, Lauren?
No, let's just be crazy and just do it on camera, right? Who cares? I should have even worn mascara so it can run, but I didn't. Okay, it doesn't matter. Let's do an introduction laughter exercise. I'm going to say my name, and then I'm going to say my favorite month of the year, and then I'm going to then I'm going to laugh. And then you'll join me and laugh with me. And then it'll be your turn.
Okay.
It's just to break the ice and introduce yourselves. Okay. Hi, my name is Lauren. And I like a lot of months, but my favorite month is March.
So many things are going through my mind. So many things. Okay, my turn.
Yeah.
My name is Stacey, and I don't like a lot of months, but I love August. Guess why?
Is there a special day in that month for you?
Yes, the 29th. Yes, the 29th. Exactly.
It's your
birthday.
Yeah.
I always love my birthday, and all the more reason to celebrate. I love celebrating. So let's just laugh about it.
Yes.
It's contagious laughter.
No,
especially when babies laugh, right? When you see these TikToks and these memes that are going around Facebook and social media of a baby laughing, it's just hysterical.
It's an amazing reminder that kids are connected to source energy, like to just who they really are, and they're great reminders for us about what we were born knowing, and we can learn so much from them. And then as we grow up, we develop these self-limiting beliefs, and then we're trying to relearn what we knew when we were very young kids.
All the psychologists in the world now are telling you self-care, self-care. What's your self-care? You're diving into spa treatments or manicures or laughing. What self-care is selfish. It doesn't mean it's a bad way. Selfish is also, you have to take care of you. How come on the airplane you have to put on your mask before someone else? You need self-care for anything, for business, for family.
Yes.
So back to our roots.
Yeah, exactly. Stacey, I would love to hear a bit about your inspiring journey and how you're doing what you love and you have a beautiful family. I would love to just hear about your journey and what tools you use to stay feeling good and having fun.
In the moment, I'll tell you, I didn't have any specific tools, but I can give you just where I am and where I came from. And grew up secular, Jewish, traditional, growing up with my two brothers and my parents from a divorced family, very happy, very comfortable. I was a little bit of a rebel, but I called myself the goody two-shoes rebel. So I was like a bad girl, but I was the good of the bad girls. So I was never beyond the line. So that was like my go-to. So I could be a part of both worlds. Huh. Then one day my mom said, get a job. And I said, a what? Like I was 18 years old. And I was like, what? So I walked to the mall, I got a job. I walked into the Gap and I got a job as a sales associate. And that lasted 17 years. So not as a sales associate, but I finished my university degree, my CJEP, then university degree in psychology while I was working part-time at the Gap, moved from a small store to a bigger store to a flagship store. I became manager. I did merchandising specialist for a while. I was training new people. So that was what I did after university. I was very happy with customer service and working with people. I loved laughing. I loved seeing real people, following the trends, the style. So I was in fashion. Met my husband, who was also secular Jewish, learning to become a little bit more religious. He was from Holocaust surviving grandparents. So we started hanging out and we made a decision that if this was going to work, I was going to need to learn a little bit more. And I was super happy to jump on that journey, that bandwagon, and connect more with Judaism. And so that was 16 years ago. We've been married 16 years. We are very prominent members of our community, the Torah Center in Hampstead with Chabad. I'm still super friendly with all my other friends from before I became religious, my families. Some of them jumped on the wagon with us, some not, but we're still super close. So now, like I said, 15, 16 years later, married, I have 5 beautiful daughters.
Wow.
From 15 to 3, and it's a journey. I decided to leave the Gap after my 4th child. It was just too hard to work retail. My husband pushed me into owning my own business. I loved sales and I loved customer service and I was always a go-getter, but I was also comfortable knowing which paycheck was coming in at the end of the week. So then after I left the Gap, he said, come here to this meeting, and we found this Pellatt Cornucopia Gift Baskets. The Pellatt family was retiring, and it was sales. More importantly, it was gifting, and I love gifting. I love making people happy. I like to personalize gifts, whether it's a birthday or not a birthday, any reason to laugh, to make someone smile. This is why this was so connected to us. So it's been 6 years now that I've had this company. I have a partner, Chaya Mushka, with me. She also has a family. So we're doing this together. And that's a quick synopsis of where I am now.
That's amazing. Congratulations with everything, your business, your beautiful family.
It's not always easy. I have, like I said, 5 kids. Rachel, my second daughter's 13. She's special needs. She has Prader-Willi syndrome. That's definitely taken a big, that's a big stress. Thank God she's healthy. She's well, but it is a big, I don't even know the word. It just takes so much. And since she was born, we didn't know what it was when we found out. Anyway, that we could go into more details another time, but it's a big stress. And I have other kids to normalize. Do we normalize? Do we not? And what I find is different in my situation is that some people who are born, they follow their parents' footsteps. If you're born into a secular family, then you have married someone secular and you have secular kids and you move on and you help with your parents. Or if you marry into a Chabad or a Lubavitch family, you know where your kids are going to school. You know that this is going to be the type of wedding. And mine was all new. We did it all new. And when we were having kids at school age, which school do they go to? Do we go to private school? Do we go to Jewish school? Do we go to public school? I went to public school. I have a great upbringing. I have a business background. Everything is new to us. I'm loving it, but it's stressful. And I have to smile. It sounds silly, but I'm not going to lie and say that I'm laughing all the time, because I'm not. And now I know that I can just call my friend Lauren if I need a laugh, but it's not wrong to laugh. A few years ago, I lost my brother, 37 years old. My brother passed away. We're sitting at the Shiva, the family there. My dad is crying clearly. It was a terrible situation.
I'm so sorry.
And I'm talking all about how great memories we have of my brother. And yes, it's sad. And yes, I did my fair share of crying, and I still do, but I have to laugh and I have to think about all the awesome things, because he doesn't want me to remember all the shitty times I had since he's gone. But it's important to think about all the good things in your life. Life is busy. Be happy. Take your struggles and pull the good things out of it.
Exactly. It's all a journey. And thank you for sharing everything that you've shared and reminding us that that in life there are ups and downs for everyone, and there are challenging situations, and everyone is on their own unique journey and dealing with different things that come up in life, good things, but also difficult, challenging things. And it's normal to feel whatever emotion we're feeling in that moment, and to acknowledge it and allow ourselves to grieve if it's a situation that we're grieving. And then if we want to feel better or give ourselves some relief so that we could feel a bit better, we have different tools and different ways that we could do this. And it's not laughing at a situation or making fun of anything. It's just giving ourselves some relief to feel a bit better. And
and I think it's amazing to laugh, and it's contagious. Like we mentioned earlier, hear someone laugh, you're going to laugh most of the time.
Exactly. Stacey, is there another tool or practice that you like to call upon or remind yourself about when you find that there's a challenging situation or time? Because you do so much. And
I think for me, I'm very organized. I'm a Virgo, and I'm like a real Virgo. I like things specific and organized and planned. But what I find helps, especially in a difficult situation, I think about it like, what are all the good things of this situation? I think it's important to not lose sight of the good things in a bad situation. Like, it brought me closer to my parents. When my brother passed away, after the Shiva, the 7 days, I had all my family in my house for the Shabbat dinner. And every single Friday night, with the exception of out-of-towners or whatever, we've been together as a family, divorced and step parents as well, all at my house for Friday night dinner, and all the holiday dinners together for almost like 7 years now.
wow.
So it's good things, and God forbid that should ever happen to anybody. But you have to think of the good as well. Like, there's good in everything.
Thank you for for sharing that. That's an interesting and powerful exercise. And it's a practice, because in the moment, that's very challenging to try to find the uplifting part to something that can feel devastating or very upsetting or challenging. And I find it's a practice, and I even turn it into a game sometimes too. I'm like, does this thought about this make me feel better or worse? I love what you shared about your practice, about thinking
And even
about the
if it's
pros and
not in the
cons.
moment, later, because even if you
Right.
don't think about it, let's say it was a business decision or whatever it may be, later down the road, you'll beat yourself up about it. No, because this came out of it, or this was positive, and everything's a learning experience anyways. We have so much. We have woke up another day. There's just so much beauty out there.
Definitely. And okay, you mentioned you're Virgo and organized, and
Yes.
because Stacey, you run with your partner Chaya, you run this incredible gift basket company. You bring so much joy to others through what you're doing. It's Montreal based and it's
Yep.
women owned. And
Women owned,
you,
women run. We're all
wow,
women here. Yeah. And we're mostly moms. I love what I do. I still got to get home and do the laundry and prepare supper 7 nights a week. It's a lot, but we
you
do what
do
we can.
everything. Yeah.
It's organized. I'm very organized, and thank God my kids, they help out with certain chores around the house and help with the little one. But yeah, it's a challenge and it's busy, and we need to be organized, and you need to be able to rely on other people and have structure. At Cornucopia Gifts, we're a team.
An important reminder, you're part of an amazing team, like you said.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Stacey, can we jump into I just want to laugh with you again, because it's been so long. I know we just did an exercise, but I just mean from elementary school. We used to love to put on, I think, skits and do some acting stuff. And I remember looking through some, I don't know, skits and wanting to do some mini plays with you. And I remember we came across this two-person, two-hander play or skit where they were wearing, I don't know if you remember this, they were wearing bifocals, or in the like a type of
Wait a
glasses.
second. It's ringing a bell.
And
Continue.
we didn't, at the time I think we were 10 or 11. We were trying to figure out, do you pronounce it bifocals or bifocals?
Oh my
Do you
God, I
remember?
remember.
It just popped into my head. So I was like thinking, maybe we can I just remember being so preoccupied with that. Like, how do you pronounce that word? Anyway, when we were 10 or 11. So I was wondering if we can do a laughter exercise where we pretend we're wearing bifocals, because that's how you pronounce it, right? No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, but it made me think of making up this laughter exercise where we can pretend we're wearing glasses.
Difficult. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And we can mime wearing glasses, and we can put them on. And then the more we laugh, the more the prescription adjusts and we can see each other or things more clearly. I just making this exercise up right now on the spot.
You're so awesome. You're so
Oh, thank
awesome
you.
how you think of these. Like, that's awesome.
Thank you. There are the standard laughter yoga exercises which are fun, but I'm trying to challenge myself creatively and come up with new ones on the spot with people. So thank you for playing along. And if anyone is a professional mime out there and watching this on a video on YouTube, don't mind me how I'm miming my glasses, because anyway, just pretend you're wearing glasses, and we can make the glasses shape around our eyes with our fingers. So just mime glasses, and because the people are tuning in from audio, and then we can look through our glasses and we laugh, because when we laugh, we can just see more clearly.
So we're going to look at this later and we're really going to laugh.
Yeah, exactly. And laugh now too. Yeah, and we will laugh later too. Okay.
This is so professional. I love it.
I love it. I love your glasses.
It's a good thing I got a manicure, eh?
Oh my God, don't look at. Yeah, I love it. Let me see. Oh yeah. I see you. I see you.
This is funny. This is funny. This is funny. I can't,
It's just a practice.
It's good. I'm happy.
This.
I'm almost crying. I'm like,
listen, I just want to remind everyone, including myself, that this is a practice, because when we're young kids, like we were saying, they can laugh freely. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then as we get older, we're taught and we learn just by being out there in society, we just learned that, okay, we got to keep it together and not just, it's not always appropriate to just laugh out loud like that. And that's why laughter yoga is so great, because it creates a safe environment and a safe place to let yourself to just be silly and laugh out loud. Because it's still not always, if you're sitting in a, I don't know, a waiting room or an office, like a meeting, or if you're in an office that's not soundproof, we can't always just laugh, belly laugh and laugh out loud. It's not always appreciated or safe to do that. So laughter yoga creates a time and place to do it where we can get all the benefits by laughing for an extended period of time, having a good hearty laugh, and that's it. That's why. And I've been doing this now for as an exercise for several years, so it's come back. But for anyone who is just tuning in and practicing this for, I don't know, the first time or just starting out in this practice, just know that it's a practice. Be gentle with yourself, and the more
it
we
seems
practice,
weird, awkward, to be honest. Yeah, we had lots of years where we laughed freely or played these games and so on. But yeah, it feels a little bit different. I'm in the business mode. I'm at work today. I have to leave in half an hour to pick up the kids. And I'm
right.
thinking, sitting here laughing. In theory, it sounds great. But when you're putting it into action, I'm going to be honest, it does feel weird. I want to. I believe in the benefits, but it takes time. And I'm going to continue with it because I do appreciate you reaching out. And I do see the benefits through your background, through even just now researching it a little bit since we met again a couple of months ago.
Thank you, Stacey, for being open-minded to this, because I tell people that if it's, as long as they're open-minded, that's all you need. And I want to ask you, is there something that you would like to share to people tuning in about any part of your journey, or something that you've learned or practiced?
Everything happens for a reason. So I think we need to just roll with the punches kind of thing. Yes, it's important to use whatever therapy works for you. If it's not laughter therapy, what self-care, whatever that may mean to you, find out what it is, use it. Coming from experience, I, yes, have a very busy life, not always see the positive, not always I could talk a good show, but when you put something into action, it's a lot harder. So this is a big eye-opener for me, especially because laughing is taboo at the business. I have a meeting and the big head honchos are coming down. Maybe it's not the time to belly laugh about things from grade 4, but it's important to get that out at some point. So I definitely am open-minded. I will definitely pass on the message. I will definitely practice. I will continue to follow you. Hopefully we can chat a little bit more often than we did the past couple of years, and keep doing what you're doing. And reach out.
Thank you. You too. You're doing amazing things, and I'm inspired by everything you're doing and what you've shared. I just want to thank you for being so instrumental for me in my journey, and helping me like find it in grade 4, the laughter, and then find it again and remembered how much fun and how amazing it was doing it with you back then. That's what inspired, one of the ways, or one of the things that inspired me to find it again as an adult, the laughter. And then you jumping on here and being so open-minded and open and kind about this. It's just, it means a lot and is so helpful for so many reasons. And thank you.
Thank you. I think it's good. I really appreciate you inviting me, and thanks for doing this.
Thank you, Stacey. And listen, where can our listeners find you? We'll have everything in the show notes, but if you can tell us too how people can find you.
We are an online store at cornucopia.ca, cornucopia.ca. You can find us on Google, Pellatt Cornucopia Gift Baskets.
Okay, amazing. Thank you. Have a good meeting. It's going to go well, and we'll speak and laugh soon.
We will. Let's do it.
Okay.
Thanks, Lauren.
Bye. Thank you. Bye. Thank you for having tuned into this Law of Happy episode. If you smiled, laughed, or felt inspired, please subscribe, rate, review, and share the Law of Happy podcast with someone you'd love to have fun with. And if you'd like to laugh with me as a guest on the show or in a customized program, you can email me at lauren@lawofhappy.com. I look forward to laughing with you soon.